Hello and welcome back to a special edition of Idle Kingdom Defense. So as you saw earlier, we had leveled up Sophia to 5216, and we are ready to begin our assault on King's Ruins, which is on wave 8290. So I did push another 70 levels today because I'm a masochist, and we're going to see just how much trouble we're in tomorrow. Now today it won't be too bad. It'll come in at 8220, but that was still a big step up. And we're going to see how right we are with the predictions. So, again, we did shift around to get to this pattern because I forgot to put it on auto. But we shifted it to this pattern because this is a better pattern in terms of the dogs, and I will have the spreadsheet I used to make that determination here. And wow. On the first wave, our poor castle is already getting demolished. An odd focus of the heroes is a lot of them are focusing in the backfield and not what's on the castle, which doesn't help, but that's okay. Sophia gets the heal off just in time, but doesn't really recover the castle. And so next we should have the ballistas. Are we getting ballistas here? Let's see. What I'm actually concerned about is it wasn't the ogres that have stalled me on progressing through levels. It wasn't ballistas, it wasn't cannons, it wasn't catapults. You know what it was? It's been the dogs. So the dog waves are what have me concerned in King's Ruins. Now the nice thing about this pattern is we are going to get dogs on wave 4, which we can sweep. Wave 7, which we can also sweep. No, sorry, wave 8, which we can also sweep. And also wave 11, which we can also sweep. And again, if you want to have the same pattern, again, I put the spreadsheet in there, you would just need to basically plus or minus a multiple of 14 from my level. I generally would go up or down by 70 to 700, depending on what you're doing. But that's all up to you, depending on where you are. And that also depends if you want to end on a stage 0. I like to stay on a 0 or 5 because I don't want to get everything, even though I'm short weapons and chest pieces. So that was... Still, we took a lot of damage, but not the worst. And this will be the ogres. Now, I think I did lose to an ogre stage once. It had to do more with... we just weren't grouping the ogres up and stunning them in the back, and they kind of all ran through and hit the castle, and there were still enough things in the back that our warriors and everything would like crowd control in the background, and it was just not good. Not good because it doesn't matter if you have like all the ogres frozen in the background if you have a bunch like beating on your wall. That said, at least Ryan is in the right space to help out because he definitely has that big slow. And he's definitely, see, this is kind of what happens. You have that big, the ogres on the right, getting all the slow focus, and nobody's stunning the ones that are actually hitting your castle and giving you problems. So we're going to see how this goes. It looks like we have a pretty good job of control here, especially like Randolph's down there, so he's going to be stunning to help out. Ryan's actually doing a good job being down in the left corner. And, well, he was until he left. But okay, we're in okay shape. We're just gonna finish this up now. But yeah, split damage is bad. All right, well that went relatively well. Let's go for okay. So here's gonna be the first stage with dogs in it. This is where the excitement really begins. Now the best way to deal with the dogs, believe it or not, is let them all come close to your castle, and then just crowd control around your castle to finish them off. So we're going to see what our heroes do. And again, we're doing pretty well here. We are going to be benefited by Christian. The fact that he did level up to, I think, 3-star legendary. That's always a nice little boost, especially on levels like these. And again, the heroes did actually do a good job of clumping everything up to hopefully quickly AoE it down. And we are starting to see things drop. And Sophia, of course, is going to help with her healing. So that really wasn't that bad. We're going to see how the rest of this progresses, though, because we're not out of the woods yet. The next two waves are going to be cannons. I think the wave we already did is the worst dog wave. Well, I say the worst dog wave, it's one of the worst dog waves. There are basically two dog waves that I think are pretty equivalent. There's that one with the slimes, and there's another dog wave with the skeletons and the little ogres. Or little orcs, probably, that I consider about the same, because I think you get the same amount of dogs on them. It's only the third wave with the dogs, which is with the dogs that come on either side in little packs of 6, that isn't that bad. So again, the cannons aren't really a problem. I'm not seeing too much trouble here. We're able to keep pretty good control of this. Everything looks like it's locked down pretty well. Just keeping things stunned, which is always good. Castle's actually at full health. Good job, Sophia. And now it's just a matter of just mopping things up. Cannons really don't stand a chance. And that is Ruins 5. So, Ruins 6 should be one of the other Sophia waves. Oh no, this is... Whoops, I got ahead of myself. This is the second cannon wave, my bad. The Sophia wave's next. That's what I get, because there's a cannon wave with, like, 2 different types of ogres, and then this is the one with... Or this is the one with 2 different types of ogres, and the previous one had skeletons and ogres, so... 2 different types of cannon waves in a row. You'll pretty much always have 2 cannon waves in a row, unless you start with this cannon wave, because then you'll have... Well, you will at the end, you'll have the previous cannon wave and this one at the end. Giving you a total of 3 cannon waves, if that's what you like. I really don't like the cannon waves. Tend to have a lot of health. Though I'll say this, cannons seem to be the one thing that slow is really effective with. Because sometimes they just, like, don't fire. I don't know why, but you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So again, doing a bang-up job here. Taking out everything one by one. And Sophia will get another heal off to kind of help top the castle off, so we're still excellent shape. I feel like we're in excellent shape, though, because we had a fluke for the last wave. Or the dog wave. We'll see if that luck holds up. So now this is the other little slime wave. This is probably my favorite stage for farming, too. Because it's a lot of little slimes. Christian does really well, doing a lot of damage to them. They don't seem to have a lot of health, so again, that's why I farm. This is basically the wave I farm. You know, when I'm farming for experience, that's the wave I'm farming. Has always been a good wave for me to farm. So, pretty much mopping this up pretty nicely, I would say. Not too much going on. Nice and straightforward. And once again, that is Ruin 7 complete. Really without much trouble. And here is the 8th wave, which is the dog wave. This is basically the other type of dog wave that I told you about. I believe the amount of dogs is fairly similar in both waves. I don't think there's more in one than the other. But we are seeing where everything's stacking up at the front. Now, the good thing is our warriors are stunning in the front. You know, warrior stunning at the front of your castle. Very good thing to help draw out the time. And, you know, we're getting some big stuns there, like a big stun from Randall. Some big stuns from Leonidas. And it's just gonna... But the castle did take a pounding. And that's what I'm concerned about. The castle really took a lot of damage. Down to 2.3 million, but that's okay. I'm sure we can recover from that. Okay, now that with 2 of the most dangerous dog waves out of the way, this is a relatively easy wave. This is with the ogres. Nothing really special about them. It is ogres, the 2 types of ogres, and I guess the 2 types of orcs. I don't know if they're orcs, ogres. I don't know what they are. They almost look like ghouls sometimes. It doesn't matter. The point is, this is a relatively easy wave. The monsters aren't really dangerous. I mean, it's unfortunate the one guy's hitting the castle, but, you know, sometimes that's how it is. And they're actually pretty easy to stun and group up, so that's good to see too. The only problem we're having is this one guy just hitting our castle unanswered. He's just knocking on the door. Nobody's doing... Okay, there. Somebody realized that that is unacceptable behavior. So that's very good to see. Everything nice and locked down the way you want it to. And now it's just up to the warriors and the archers trying to mop everything up. Actually, he's taking quite a bit of time for a King's Ruin stage, but that's okay. I mean, it does mean we leave the stage with full health. Okay, and this should be the... Yep, here's the battering ram. So again, I feel like this pattern is actually better than the previous pattern I had. The previous pattern being pattern 5, and this is pattern 8. And again, the real reason I like this is because I'm at 8290. In 140 stages, you know where I can be? I can be at 8430, which is exactly one more level than I need for all the upgrades. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to need to spend a couple days farming to just get a little bit stronger before I can make that push for 140 stages. But that's okay. We made a lot of progress recently. I kind of pushed... I mean, even though this is easy, it's now not King's Ruins that's the problem with me pushing. It's actually the fact that I lose in the stages. I don't know why I'm losing, but I'm assuming it's that the warriors and everybody bunches up stunning stuff off of the wall, and then a bunch of stuff ends up on my wall, and nobody does anything about what's actually on my wall. So there's no stuns, no slows on my wall, because they're all off fighting somewhere else. And that's where I think the encounter goes south. Okay, so this I believe is the last dog. Yes, this will be the last dog wave, but this is a much smaller dog wave, 6 on each top and bottom with the small waves. So not too much activity. Again, we are seeing everything pile up, so we are seeing some damage to the castle. The warriors are starting to retreat towards the castle, which will help. The slows are kind of all over the place, but we have defeated this wave, so we will start healing up the castle now. Not as much as I would like, but we do make some recovery. It's still 2.7 million. And this will be... Oh, this is another cannon wave, okay. Yeah, so we got cannon wave, catapult wave, and the wave I used to start with. And then finally it loops back around. So really not too bad overall. I was honestly expecting this to be much harder. I was expecting us to actually lose a life and have to actually res the castle from scrap, but we didn't even make it there. I'm not really sure where this is going to leave us, though. You know, now the problem is I'm actually struggling to push the stages. You know? It's not a real, like, struggle, but I did lose stages today. And I thought, oh, you know, doing it to 8290 should be no big deal. You know, especially after how easy everything was. I think I got maybe 20 stages before the dogs got my heroes. So the dog stages are very dangerous. But again, we will overcome, we will persevere. Again, it's hard to say too, because, so, you know, I put another 200 levels on Sophia. How much does that change things, you know? And the problem is I can't answer that. Not objectively. It feels like it made it easier, but, I mean, I don't have any metrics to back that up. Is she healing that much more? You know, what really changed? Did the castle get that much more defense? But this we're doing exceptionally well on the catapult stage. Mostly because of how easy it is to keep everything off screen. Keeping things off screen like that just makes everything so much easier. But yeah, I think I won't push tomorrow. That'll be, again, won't be as exciting. But I don't want to fight up another 70 stages, you know. Let's just let Sophia get a bit stronger, make everything easier. She'll gain another 200, 300, 400 levels between now and then. And then we'll try again. I mean, at least I'm getting to the limit, you know. It's not like before where I intentionally stopped. We are actually hitting a limit of how far we can go. And this was our old starting stage, so this is nice to see this here again. A nice and easy second to last stage. But we are seeing things slip through the cracks. That's okay. And so far, so good. It looks like we picked everything back up. Sophie got another heal off on the castle. The warriors are taking some damage. And now it's just up to us to kind of mop everything up that's hitting the castle. And that's it. And that's almost a full health clear. So, one last stage to go. And we almost have full health, so I don't think this will be a problem. And again, I'm not sure what to make of this. You know, I certainly didn't think King's Ruins would be this easy, but I do recognize we could have gotten lucky on how the dogs played out, because it seemed like we just took the fight to them right at the edge of our castle. So, slowly working through the last stage here. Not too bad, not too bad. Almost full health. And now it's just mop-up time. So very nicely done. Very, very quick and efficient. And let's grab our buffs for tomorrow. So again, I would want to push more. With how easy that was, I would love to push more. But the problem I'm running into is I won't be able to because of how difficult the stages are now. So we are just going to have to farm a little bit. Oh, and I almost forgot to use my weapon stone. We'll use that now. Hey, 51. Nice. Very nice to see. Every little bit of damage counts. Nice to see that number go up. So let's dump some more levels on Sophia. Okay, wasn't really many to dump. Let's dump some extra levels on the castle. And again, not a whole lot. And let's go to the formation. And let's, what are we going to the formation for? But once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, please say something in the comments. I always try to answer all the questions that my viewers have. And I look forward to helping you. Remember, we're all playing this game together. And I'm enjoying it, and I want you to enjoy it just as much. Thank you again, and have a great day.